Yo, yo, yo. How we doing today? Ooh, my creepy bagger. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead, jump into this lobby. I'm sure it'll take a minute to fill up. We're gonna do the 250K chain mover 10 entry today. I have a free ticket. Go ahead, percent screen, I guess. I guess. Going through a lot of my teams. After being a week away and I didn't really get a chance to see what teams were affected by the old I didn't jump in actually, so let me give it a second. By the Ricky Pearsall by the Ricky Pearsall Chris Brazil stuff. So I had about 20% about both, probably a little bit less than 20% on like the big tournament or whatever. But I was going through them. My first three squads. I think I can pull this up. Let me new tab it real quick. And my first like three squads, both had both had both players in it. So it's kind of ridiculous. Let's see, is it gonna be this way? Let's find out. No. Guess it's gonna be the bottom of that one. Now that I know that. All right. How did I see that just a minute ago? Total prizes. Okay, it's the bottom of this one. So my first squad, first draft of the season. We're on the or not on the clock. This one started up, but we'll go ahead and share this real quick. First draft of the season, we got 5 pick. We were already on that neighbors. You have to pick 20. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, like this kind of flipped. So this is not like this is what I'm talking about. Like things kind of change, and you try to predict where they're gonna end up, but I got Scatterboot in the 5th round in this one. So like receiver wise, like even though I have 7 and technically, and now I got 6, but then there's more. There's that. It's a killer. But Debo got signed, so it's like it kind of worked out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm down to 5 receivers. But my receivers are JSN, Neighbors, Abuka, and Debo. So it's like it's awful. Oh, and Noah Thomas. And Noah Thomas. Wait, hold up. Is that me? Pearsall? Debo? Okay. Yeah, that'd make it 5. Yeah. I was like, my math ain't math in here. But the running backs are okay. We got ETN, Scatabo. Tight end's good. We got Bannon and Likely. And then running back, we got Notch, dude. Keaton Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell, pick 116. You don't get that anymore. It's like, oh man, shot to the gut. Because this is like a fire squad. Obviously, Fanning going in the hundreds now, but you know, it is what it is. Share this tab instead. Now, would you imagine that? Pick 3, guys. Pick 3. It's not fair for you guys that I get the top 5 picks every time. I apologize. Nothing I can do about that one. I have no idea whether I'm gonna be live with JSU tomorrow. Now that I'm thinking about it. Tomorrow's the first game of the season. I mean, I assume that we are gonna do the damn thing, but maybe not. There is currently, let's see here, StreamYard shows. Nothing's listed yet, but usually they put out the schedule around 5 o'clock, and there is no schedule currently. So as of right now, I mean, we're gonna go live regardless, whether it's on whether it's here or it's over there. Let's see, a little CMC at 4. I don't blame. I've been out on CMC. The thing is, don't double down when you're wrong. CMC is nothing but a great pick right now. I really don't think he's gonna be the best player, but that points that he's gonna be able to put up, it's undeniable at this point. I'm gonna grab some shares. I'm probably I'm gonna make sure I have 10% Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? And then after that, after pick 4, I'm gonna make sure I grab some CMC. The amount of people falling down left and right is just remarkable. How it is all turning out. New headset, by the way. So if, I guess technically it's not gonna sound any different, but it looks a little different. It's got a little dongle here that I don't care for. Obviously, I'm using my hyper HyperX mic, but I feel a little different on my head. Let's see here, J Spawn. I don't know. Every time I see Jonathan Taylor, I just think of the golfer JJ Spawn, and I can't help but say his name funny. J Spawn. It's just fun to say it that way. CeeDee Lamb, Jefferson, Barkley. So some people are jumping on the train with me with Barkley. Kenneth Walker's still out there. It's a little surprising. Kenneth Walker here, that would be a great pick for Mastra. Not a lot of people are getting that combo. Yeah, it's a great combo. We got ourselves a Run Pure Sports Mr. Dylan Smith at the 2-hole. Brock Bowers, Jonathan Taylor. Interesting. 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 Is there what running backs are here? I guess it's gonna be Derrick Henry, right? Yeah. Okay, since he got taken, I'm gonna grab Neighbors. So that's a fun pairing. It's getting back to my roots of the early season drafting. I had a lot of pairings of this, but apparently I had a lot of shares of Ricky Pearsall early. I was about 10 picks early on him. I was betting, similar to the Neighbors, that their injuries weren't as severe as possible, or like weren't as bad as they were perceived to be, which one is proven that he's doing well, the other one is proven that it did not go well. So in a weird way, it's gonna be a neutral hit, because we do get a top tier receiver. We just missed out on the 10th round, or seven. Well, it would take like ninth, ninth pick, depending on where you got them. Late 8th, early to mid 9th. Right? Who's in the late 90s, hundreds? Yeah, this area. So that was the first team. Let's go ahead and so upcoming total prizes. Second team I drafted. I'm on the squad now. We're gonna grab Josh Allen or Lad McConkey. I want to do a 0 RB start here with my 3 favorite wide receivers. These are my 3 favorites. They all have different buys too, which is amazing. I won't do this every time. I really do want to be overweight Josh Allen. A big thing with Josh Allen is that a lot of the good streamers, a lot of good drafters actually don't take Josh Allen because they know that there's a lot of good value later. But the thing with that is that a lot of the good drafters then don't have Josh Allen. A lot of the good drafters know they can get better value. So I'm pretty sure I am able to draft good Josh Allen teams. And I don't, like it's not something that's going to hinder me. So there's going to be some good drafters who have good value picks with Josh Allen, but not all of them are going to have them like with every combination type players and know how to play with Josh Allen. So I do think the more drafts I come to the end with, I'm going to have a lot of Josh Allen teams. I'm more likely going to have them on the Millie Makers squads, and I'll probably have him a lot on drafters because I think that again, like I think a lot of people, a lot of the better drafters don't actually take Josh Allen for the simple fact that what up who Hames, that the fact that we were talking about this yesterday with who, I just don't think a lot of the good drafters don't take him, and it makes sense because there's so many good quarterbacks later, which is understandable. But I think I could draft good Josh Allen teams, which would differentiate me for the ones that are taking him in the first round, the early second round. Like I'm going to draft him in the third where he goes, which is okay. And I think I can draft better Josh Allen teams than the typical Josh Allen drafter, especially here over on DraftKings. If that makes any sense, because you got some people like you know, Leah Murphy, who just take Josh Allen to take Josh Allen, or a bill to take a bill kind of thing. You got those types of drafters. Not saying he's the worst drafter. I'm just saying there's people like him who are just Bills fans to take their fandom there. My fandom guys are my Chargers. I can't help myself. Jeremiah Love went 441 in my Millie for my member Mania draft. I was just in your thing about 30 minutes ago where I was getting my stuff set up. I had you on the big screen. Dylan, Felix, I stacked Allen with Kincaid. I also added Rome for week 15 and Sutton 16 and Dulcich for week 17. Nice. A little double tight end action for your week 17 matchup. Now I understand who Haim's position on Kincaid being that not the greatest matchup for week 17. But he can still get there. You know what I'm saying? Like he can get there. He can do it. Is the probability a little bit less? Yeah. But he won't be my only quarterback, so we'll see. Let's see what we get here. Let's go full zero RB. This is not in the Millie Makers. This is the 250 chain mover, so building a little different. More for like these. I think these are more for fun. To try different things. I think this is a really fun squad so far. Obviously, I'm a big ETN guy. I'm not expecting to get him here. If ETN goes, obviously my next idea here is Joe Burrow, and this will allow me to get my Joe Burrow, Justin Herberts, and Jackson Dart start. If Travis Etienne doesn't go, but if Travis Etienne makes it to 51, then we get a kind of a steal at a running back position, and who knows what we get at the turnaround. I highly doubt I make it past the T Higgins drafter at the turn, but you never know. Okay, so Etienne goes. Okay, so this dude started. I see. We're playing opposites here. He got 4 straight running backs. I went 4 straight wide receivers. But there's a lot of wide receivers in this 5th round that I like too, so I don't blame him. Jeremiah Love at 41. That's this guy's gotten some good falls too. Here, because where's this gonna go? Where is he gonna go? He went KC, Arizona, Buffalo, Jameson. Just drafting good wide receivers. So let's go Joe Burrow. I didn't adjust the ranks yet. I am behind on that. Mr. Davis Pang is in the house. Yeah, no Kincaid I like for week 17. It's Josh's I don't like for week 17. No, oh, so sorry. No, I like Kincaid for week 17. You like Kincaid for week 17. Josh, I don't like for week 17. Yeah, I agree. Both players could be good, though. They both could be good. Josh won't be pushed. Josh needs pushed. But there's some games where he just dominates. I think it was a couple years ago when Liam Murphy won. I don't think he was really pushed. Maybe I'm misremembering. What year was it? Well, maybe he was pushed. I think they were playing the Falcons. I forget who they were playing. I almost typed in Josh Bills. Did I make my selection? I do that sometimes. Okay. Bills. Which is funny because I have Singletary and he went off that game. So I'm trying to think. So it was 15-29 against the Atlanta Falcons. Shucks. How do I just click? Okay, so Josh Allen actually. Okay, so he actually played poorly. So the year that that Liam Murphy won it, he actually played fairly poorly. Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions for 120 yards passing, but rushed 15 times for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. So he had 16, 24 points, like what, 20 points? Did he catch any passes? No. I had Devin Singletary in that same game for my winning team, and he had 110 yards. I got to play the classic intro made by Mr. Davis Pang. I finally figured out what was going on yesterday, so here is Davis Pang, the creator of this intro for me. Never mind, I am not allowed to play this video on a free plan. They changed that up on me. I have not been on StreamYard's paid thing. I'll probably get it in like the next couple weeks. So I can because apparently I'm coming up on my time limit again, and I'm gonna be streaming a lot this month. But when I decide to pay for it, I will be playing the Davis Pang thing. Don't sweat it, sir. How's your season's been going? Not great, you know. No, they've been fine. I didn't break even last year for best ball, but I won it through. I came even in the daily game / DFS stuff. So, and then I've had some okay parts, I guess. Did well in underdog last year, but I only played 20 teams. I think I did 10 teams on the last day it was open. StreamYard changed my plan. I'm pretty sure I paused the payment because I don't really need anything from StreamYard. I guess it would be nice to have my videos. Are you still doing UD? Yeah, actually, I've done more UD this year. I actually have plans to do more on stream. This coming year because partially because I've almost maxed. I haven't almost maxed. I'm down to like my last 40 over here on DK. So I was expecting to. I guess I should have expected him to be here. Hmm. Let's go, Jaden. I wasn't really expecting him to be here. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, did somebody take? No, they didn't take care. Okay, this gives me some leeway. I can try to push Herbert to the next round, and if he doesn't make it, it's okay. I should be able to get Dak. My most known quarterback, Mr. I'm drawing a blank. My boy's name, Jackson Dart. I want to say Dak Prescott over and over and over again. Clearly not Dak Prescott. So we can actually grab a tight end or running back here. We can get Tony Pollard. Solid, consistent points. Yes, please. Yes, please. How have you been doing, Mr. Davis? I'm on the draft, which and etc. It sucks. Yeah, I'm sure it's not fun. I mean, you're still, but hey, you have such a great job, $1 billion company. You know, I don't really know how those details currently work, but you're working for a successful company. You know, you still get to, well, you should be able to do like the drafts through them, right? Like where you guys would compete against each other. That's got to be fun. You know what I miss more? You know, they were looking for content creators. I think that you and Hope should bring back the show, and you should do it through UD's dime. I think I think you guys were such a great pairing. I think they should just nominate you two plus and then add is it's Numi, right? Is his name? It's not the same going from competing for life changing money to hundreds. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. And it's crazy amount of life changing money now. It's 2 million over there, and it's three, but 3 million here for if you. I always tell people I'm not going to try to win. I'm not trying to win, 3 million. I'm trying to win six, but really I should be saying I'm trying to win nine. I'm trying to win the six over here and the three over there. I have aspirations of 9 million. Now, did I take a really big hurting from that Ricky Pearsall and Chris Brazel? Yes, I did. I probably took the biggest hit from anybody I've seen, and I'll be okay. I promise. I miss our show. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, dude, that was much watch, YouTube TV for me. Actually, I miss playing Halo and Fortnite. Not Halo, but I miss playing Fortnite with Hope. Man, we were playing quite a bit there for a while. And she blew me out of the water. I can't keep up with them young kids no more. My dog is dreaming over there. So this was the second team I drafted. Let's see, was there a Ricky Pearsall on this team and Chris Brazil? I believe there was. Yes. So on the second squad I drafted this year upon the Millie Maker, I had a Ricky Pearsall and another Chris Brazil team. So my first two teams that I drafted had Ricky Pearsall and Chris Brazil, but it also had Debo. So like I kind of saved myself again. God, what a squad! What a squad! What a squad! All right, back to this tab. All right, so somebody took Herbert, took Trevor Lawrence. That stinks. We're gonna push Jackson Dart to the third round, or to the third round, to the ninth round, and see if I get him, I get him. If I don't, I don't. It's okay. We're gonna live. I really need to change my Chuba Hubbard stance, but Malachi Lemon going this late is kind of crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and take Lemon. And if we don't get Jackson Dart, we're hoping to get one of these two running backs. We should be able to grab um should be able to get Jackson Dart. Doesn't technically go here, and no, none of these guys have. I guess Pickens drafter could take him for the bring back part of it and draft Isaiah Likely, which would be a smart play. Jared Goof. Not really sure I understand that. Is he going to go with Sam Laporte is gone? Mm. No, I was looking at some of my 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 pregame, my pre-draft drafts. Dude, some of them are nasty strong, nasty strong. We have some misses, right? Taking Pat Bryant at 130. When you can get him in the last round here, but Pat Mahomes, you love to see it. Get our Jackson Dart. We have at our quarterback positions by week 6, 7, and 8. We're studs at wide receiver. We're winning quarterback. We have a we don't have a solid. We have a semi-productive RB1, and now we're gonna hope that we get a little bit of luck here with our running backs and tight ends. Hit that over to flex, but I know it goes back to everything. This is a fun quarterback room. Burrow, Daniels, Dart. Fun wide receiver room. It's gonna be a fun team. Another fun team. This is what I talked about with who last night. You guys missed the show. It's like I like to draft a lot of fun teams. I don't get enough meat and potatoes on my teams, so I'm kind of slacking on the RBs. Which is gonna put me in a hole, but we should win wide receiver. Let's see here. Oh, I wanted to pull up Sean Mitchell. Sean Mitchell on X. I followed Sean last year, so I'm not really entirely sure why I wasn't following him when I looked this morning. I was like, man, I have not seen Sean's post. I mean, I literally saw it I must have accidentally unsubscribed to or unfollowed Sean. Um, when I saw the schedule release or something along those lines, because I must have been just looking at it like constantly, and then must have accidentally hit unfollow of some sort. Because I've been following Sean last year, and I don't have a reason not to follow him. And I would sing his praises last year, so it's there's nothing negative to say about Sean. And I'm excited to finally see his stuff again. I was curious why it wasn't popping up, and I was having to search like 32 NFL beat writers and Underdog NFLs, like looking at their stuff. But yeah, Sean's a good follow on the X. This is his Twitter. Um, and I read these things, at the end of the day of my work like when I take my second break. These are the things I read. You can quickly glance here, but make sure you go give him a follow. He's a great follow on the old X. Kincaid goes. That's okay. Oh, and Mr. Mitchell, or not Mitchell, Bill Kleski merits. What we got running backs? Black. I don't have any Jordan Mason. Do I need to take Jordan Mason? Probably. I haven't taken any George Kittle either. But Jackson Dart's likely pairing right here makes more sense to me. I really don't like any of these running backs. I say these running backs, but I really just mean these running backs. I take them, but I don't want to take them on this team. We'll take George Kittle though if he falls to me. I haven't taken any George Kittle. I've been anti George Kittle. I had him most of the post draft season around 150. Just recently moved him up with the Pearsall news, but I guess we'll see. If he falls here, that'll be my last tight end. So that's good enough to me. Oh, but just fell asleep. It is unfortunate. All right, we'll take some George Kittle to kind of it kind of counterbalances each other a little bit with having Isaiah Likely being the more of the early season, George Kittle being more of the mid to late season. Unless something crazy falls to me, we'll probably be done at tight end. We're going to be looking at a lot of running backs here. Which is not my favorite like range to draft running backs, but it will also give me a more of a diverse portfolio a little bit of running backs I don't typically get. That I should probably grab some of them. Like I've never grabbed a Pacheco. I might get my first Pacheco share here today. San Francisco and the Giants both have week 8 buys. I'm not too worried about missing out on 4 points. I'm not really too worried about that. When it comes to tight ends and bye weeks, that is the only position I don't worry about. Quarterbacks, I'd like to have at least that, that differentiator. Running backs and receivers, I'd like to have the ability to have at least 2 running backs and at least, at least hitting hitting everything. When it comes to tight ends, there's a lot of the weeks where you're going to get like 2 to 8 points, and that's like the best you get. I'm not too worried about my bye weeks for tight end. But if I don't know who's in here in this draft with me, if Chig makes it back to me, that's who I was really thinking about. I was like, well, if he makes it back to me, that'll be the one difference player. Stribling going this high is absolutely wild. I know that it's because of the Pearsall and the Christian Kirk and all those injuries. I don't know. And I think uh, I felt the same similar vibe when it was BTJ his rookie year, and I was like, oh, I don't know how I really feel about him getting all those work because of injuries, blah blah blah. And so I probably should move up Stribling. I know I'm going to just to be close enough to potentially see him if he falls, kind of thing. I just don't know if he's gonna. I need to see a little bit. Like what I've seen is okay. I've actually the rookie I've seen more of that I kind of like his tape. Unfortunately, he's in a really crowded room. Is Ted Hurst? Kind of like Ted Hurst. I wasn't a Ted Hurst guy. I thought he needs a year. He's gonna come in not raw, but not a big school. Is gonna need some work to really get in there and prove himself. And from the little clips I've seen, he looks okay. He looks more. He looks better than I thought he would. Keep Mitchell goes. Yeah, I think I saw the same one you saw, Senior Strong. It is practice, and Mr. Chig did make it back to me. 5 picks past ADP was the one person I was going to hold out for. ADP wise, Chris Rodriguez. I really don't want Chris Rodriguez. I'm going to draft one of these two, even though I really want Jalen McMillions here. I will take whatever running back comes here. Unless it's Charbonnet, and in that case, we are not taking Charbonnet. We're going to take, we're going to take our boy Jalen. But looks like I'm going to have to take one of these two dudes. Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet. Taking Chris Rodriguez. Ugh. What an awful pick. Unfortunately, it does also kind of mesh well with the Washington Commanders Week 17 schedule, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Let me see if I can find this Ted Hurst touchdown I can put. I don't know if what the copyright stuff, how that works. Oh, Ted Lasso came out. I'm gonna watch that as soon as I'm off of this. That is for sure. Ted Hurst. I just spelled Hurst incorrectly. H-U, not H. 8 Hurst. Uh, Mute and then share. Wait, did I make my second pick? I did. Okay, let me put this on the board so that when I come back, it looks pretty. Okay, go to here, full screen it, share this tab instead. I think, yeah, this is the Tutty. Oh, baby. It's nice. Used his body. Devontae Adams esque with the spin. I can watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again. Is there else? Yeah, let's go watch it again. Oh, turn, bam. Oh, that's nice. That's exciting. Is there anything else? Yeah, that's exciting there. I'm on the wrong thing. I was like, wait, what? The Stract is finished? Just oh, I confused myself. Ted looks good. Yeah, if healthy, he will play a bunch. I know. Unfortunately, I don't know how this team's gonna look because they've talked about putting Kenneth Gainwell and homeboy, not Sean Tucker, the other running back that's there that I'm drawing a blank on. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble with my names today. It's front running back. Where are you? Bucky Irving. Uh, yeah, they're talking about using Bucky and Kenneth Gainwell at the same time. Tez Johnson has been showing flashes. Has been like the main target so far through camp, and then you have Ted Hurst on that sweet touchdown play, and then you have Emeka, you have Chris Godwin. I mean, all it takes is an injury for one of them to get on, and they've both been injured throughout their careers. Kate Otten needs to get on the field. They need to be, some big personnel a little bit every here and there. It's like there are a lot of mouths to feed. Uh, yeah, that team is fun. And week one, you get the Bengals. Imagine having a bunch of having a bunch of that game. Right? I know it doesn't matter. We're not playing for week one, but having that like first week shootout, getting off to a good start. This is one of those guys I throw in the last round on my Buck teams. Yeah, same. That's why I don't reach on any of the Bucks other than Chris Godwin because I personally have an affinity for Chris Godwin. I mean, my first 50K, but I don't usually reach for any of the Bucks because it's like if they fall to me, I'm happy. I'm happy to take them, but I do not go out of my way because there's so many players that you can take to make that team work. If that makes sense, I'm very similar to with my Chargers. I'm not going out of my way. This team I did. This team I did draft a Charger early, but that's because I'm trying to make a fun team. I'm trying to make these off brand tournaments more fun. Take the dips when they fall, like crazy fall, and then um Coleman got some good news today. Not good news, but like some positive spin. Why is Jaden Blue going so early? It's gonna be Najee's job. I think Ibuka and Godwin, our ADPs are wrong. Godwin probably going to be the number one in alpha there. I agree. I have a ton of Godwin. I am in on the Bucks this year, dude. Senior shrunk. Me too, buddy. Me too. So I think I'm going to draft. Okay, so let's do the quick math. So we have 3, 6. If we draft 8 running backs, we can draft He could draft 6 wide receivers. You know what we're doing? Unfortunately, we're not going to grab Ted Hurst probably on this team. We're going to draft 8 running backs, and then my last pick is going to be Tez Johnson, just like we talked about. Oh, or Ted Hurst is there. I highly doubt that he'll be there because after that catch today. Yeah. We're going to grab Dylan Sampson. I don't have any Dylan Sampson. I already made a bet on Tennessee, hopefully Pollard being a good enough player there. I didn't even see who's fighting this week. I've been so busy coming back from my trip. I don't even know what's going on in my world of stuff of MMA. And it's a weird thing to bring up randomly during an NFL best ball stream, which your boy's brain doesn't work like everybody else's. So is it what day is it? The 5th? Gamrot versus Sal Killed. Ooh, the guy from Down Under versus Gamrot. Gamrot's kind of on a shit streak, I think, isn't he? Isn't he lost the last few? Oh yeah, he beat the shit out of Esteban. He lost to Oliveira. He won. Okay, it's not who I thought he was. I thought he lost. Who am I thinking of? He got sub by Charles Oliveira, which obviously everybody does. Who fought? Who did Justin Gaethje fight? Justin Fizz. Fizzy. I can't. Rafael. Yeah. I don't know why I thought he was Gamrot. Okay. And I picked him Gamrot to win versus River Chicks because I thought it was Raphael. Glad I didn't see that. Would not have picked him to win. So I was a big fan of Rybovix because he just throws so much. But good to know. I'm still gonna pick Skalid here or Sokolid, the guy from Australia. He's such a good fighter. Or such good power. Ilya. Let's see here. Ted Falls, I have 50% of them because he's there in the 200, so often free. Yeah, I agree, but I don't know how much longer he's going to be free if he's continued to make plays like he did. This past week. Not a lot of running backs being taken here, which is like perfect for me, you know. So who else is fighting? Diego Ferreira. I can't say no names today. Billy Q. Billy Q coming up from one. There's a lightweight fight coming up from 146 to 155. He's already taller than Diego. I also was going through my early teams as soon as that Josh Jacobs stuff happened. I raised my Marshawn Lloyd to like pick 112. And so I have some like pick 120, 116 versions of Marshawn Lloyd. I thought something was going to absolutely happen to that. Nothing did. All right. These are my next 16, 17, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Let's see. Justin Hill gets does Justin Hill get drafted every time? That's wild to me. I don't know why that's wild to me, but it is wild to me. Probably grab some Vidal too. I should grab Vidal here. Katron should make it back to me. Come on, Mr. Dillon. What are we doing here, buddy? Oh, the auto pick Ricky Pearsall. Unfortunate, man. Sorry. That's why I got my ranks for $5 a month. You're not going to get Ricky Pearsall. You're not going to get Chris Brazil and any of your teams. For $5 a month, you can have my rankings at patreon.com/best ball nation. All one word. To be fair, the ranks haven't been updated, but I can tell you this: Ricky Pearsall is not in them. I did update it enough that if I autoed anything, he would not be in them. I have to actually, that's why what I'll do right after this, since this has taken less than an hour to probably complete this draft, I will flip over to the ranks and adjust some of it. Love seeing the auto pick Ricky. I feel bad. He's a Run Pure Sports guy, part of our crew. But if you ain't gonna be at the draft, that's a part of the beat. Colby Parkinson, Ricky Pearsall. Not great picks, buddy. Great picks. Who is coming on my channel next week? Is it you, Mr. Spunky Sports Spectrum, aka Mr. Dillon? I think that's what we talked about. So we talked too much. I can't remember what day we're doing our draft. Is it next week or is it the week after? August 11th. So next Tuesday, I think that is. Next Tuesday, Mr. Dillon is going to be on my channel over here, Mr. Spunky Spectrum Sporks. Will be on my channel next week for a nice fun draft as usual. And the week after that, we're going to go back-to-back days with Mr. Felix Reyes. So there is what is that, week 3 or 4 of the preseason I do have available if anybody wants to pop up on the stream or you want me on your channel. I do have that week after that available as far as I know right now. Do I like this running back room? No, this is absolutely awful. But is it going to get the job done? Potentially. Potentially. God, this wide receiver room is fun. The quarterback room is fun. This tight end room is, it's okay. And the running back room is blah, blah, blah. Oh. YouTube shorts automatically played in my ear. That was not fun. All right, so that was the second team I showed you that I drafted that had Ricky and Chris Brazil. It was the second team I drafted all this season. Had both of those players. So let's So we're gonna draft Katron here. That is going. Gonna hit total prizes. Scroll down to the third one. 2, 3. Edit. Go here. He's still on the clock. All right, we'll take Katron. You know what? Najee's going to be there in the last round. We're going to take Ted Hurst here. And you can see who I've been taking a lot of based off where I have him currently ranked. It's a lot of Brennan Thompson. I was all in Brennan Thompson early on, that which is on a lot of my teams. And then I kind of backed away because I'm like, well, I have a lot of this guy, aka a player like similar to Chris Brazil, where I was just like a high flyer, could make the squad, could get some work. Not a lot of competition ahead of him. Not the same for Brendan Thompson. Like Brendan Thompson was just really wanted by this coaching staff, so I thought that's a pretty good pick. Gotta go Ted Hurst here. I agree. I love me some Pat Bryant, but Ted Hurst makes more sense here. What's Dylan taking? ADP wise, David Njoku, George Holani. If he needs wide receiver, it will be Pat Bryant. A 3-4-8-3. Drafted a running back. He grabbed George Holani. We're taking Ted Hurst. All right, so this is the third team that I drafted. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got hero wide receiver here. 3-5-9-3 team. Jefferson, Jacobs, Javonte. And that fourth, fifth round Tootin. Oh yeah, God. Justin Herbert, Kyler, Shuck, Gadsden, Mark Andrews. That's fun. Cooper. Ugh. Ayuk. You had to do what you had to do when you had so many wide receivers back then. Trey Harris. Well, this Bernard's not looking great either. Another Brazil team. Like it's actually not bad, So it's not bad. It's pretty okay. It's pretty good here. Fairly okay here. Tight end's okay. And then this back half of receivers just sucks. And we finish up with a sleeper pick with Oscar Delp. Luke McCaffrey. Interesting. So the first three teams have a Ricky Pearsall or Chris Brazil or both. Which is incredible to that luck / talent that I have at drafting the uh, the worst draft picks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The first team I drafted without one of them. Let's see that one. Oh, look at that. The fourth team had Chris Russell. I don't think I drafted a single team without them on it. Look at that Chase Hampton, though. Oh, that was nice. Those are good days. Those were good days. Oh yeah. Quentin Johnson at 118. Boys, do you remember that? Do you guys remember Quentin Johnson at 118? I've been going on Skylar Bill, a bunch of Allen teams now. Yeah, I once I saw him playing, I'm like, why is he not going higher? I thought the same thing, Mr. Senor Strunk. Timmy's, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Do I go 5 for 5? Oh no, I hit the. Oh, my first team. Pretty fire too, Liz. Pretty fire of a team. Jefferson Hampton, Devontae Smith, Colston Loveland, Jadarian Price kind of early, Tyson, Tucker Craft, Herbert, Love, QJ at 113, Xavier Worthy, Brooks, dude. Brooks at 137. How nice. Trey Harris, solid. Booty, Mitchell, that's a good pick. Atron, still staying there. Oh, it's a solid team. Solid team. All right, back to the one we just. Oh, you guys didn't see this. So this is my first team that I didn't have Chris Brazil or Ricky Pearsall. Poor King says. I would have taken him here too, 100%. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Chris says. Eric King says. So let's go ahead, go over the team we just drafted. Share this tab instead. Stay, please. We drafted Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Lad McConkey, Terry McLaurin, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Tony Pollard, Malachi Lemon, Jackson Dart, Isaiah Likely, George Kittle, Chigakonkwo, Chris Rod, Jonah Coleman, Dylan Sampson, Braylon Allen, Kamani Vidal, Katron Allen, Ted Hurst, and Najee Harris. It's a pretty fun team. I'm pretty excited to watch that one. It may just come in dead last. Like, I'm sure one of those wide receivers will get hurt and it'll tank the team, but it'll be a fun team. So I had 20% of them because I was taking him late every draft early summer. Yes. See, that's the thing. Is like all my more recent teams don't really have too much of him. I have some Ricky Pearsall. A lot of my early teams had him. So, and obviously I did 104 drafts and I had 20%. So roughly 20 of my teams, and roughly most of them are early. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. The best thing that can happen is that they're both on those teams and those teams are just dead. I always got to get my boy Najee. Always. Always and forever. This will probably be the last year I get to draft Najee. But he won't be a viable pick next year. I'll probably take him on 4% to 5% of teams if he doesn't get played this year. Which my bet is that he makes a squad. He's playoff Lenny-esque where Leonard Fournette didn't play the season where he was joined the Bucks. Like he became a stud. And in my imagination, something happens where they need a running back. Somebody goes down, like one of these teams goes down, and they need a running back. AK, I keep envisioning the Cowboys, and they bring in Najee, and he just goes off. That's what I envision. But we'll see. Or if these injuries keep happening in San Fran, we'll see. So yeah, I haven't gotten any notifications whether I'm doing a show tomorrow or not. Let's see here. Double check. Okay, looks like JSU is going to do a best ball show at 3 p.m. I guess I will be doing a show over here at around this same time while the game is going on. Hopefully we can sweat, something in that DFS tournament. Maybe we'll build a DFS lineup as well. What up, No Cap Mac? How we doing tonight? But yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to get to a 3 o'clock show. I get that they don't want to do a show conflicting with that. So I'm sure me and JSU are gonna get together and figure out a better time for us. So I'll be at the game tomorrow. Well, you said which I don't know what end zone would be which. What are you wearing, or who are you wearing? I'll try to keep a lookout. Let's see here. Is there anything that we need to take note on the X before I let you guys go? Congratulations to Mr. Cup Analytics. I think that's the guy that won it. Alex Cups, yeah. So congrats to him. Sorry, I got distracted by boobs. My Twitter again is back on to the porn thing. I'm not seeing anything that says for you. And Jesus Christ, no said tits. This is an interception. This throw absolutely sucks. But Justin Jefferson snacks it out of the air. Let's go to the underdog NFL real quick. Keisha has had a strong camp. Kyler milked every bit of the player. They pursued free agency. Vitavis on his agent on his contract situation. I just don't see ending anything in the trade at this point. Sure. Sean Mannion has dialed a healthy amount of design runs for Jalen Hurts. That's awesome. OBJ, I don't know I have so much love for this organization. Booty, strong things. Fowler, really excited about Dontavian Wicks. Aaron Donald worked out for the Rams today, according to the NFL Section Wire. Tinta is back out there. Warren RB1. That's it. Yeah, nothing else to bring to the reports. Kyler Murray jersey. Okay. I'm gonna be looking out for Kyler Murray jerseys tomorrow for Mr. Team. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. Love you guys. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later.